ready now.
Like the forces of good fighting evil, Marvel Avengers feels like two distinct halves in a conflict with one another. On the one hand, Crystal Dynamics' penchant for sturdy campaigns shines through, a memorable yarn which examines the impact of superheroes and what happens when they fail. On the other, you have post-campaign content which lacks the same care, filled to the brim with repetitive missions and fights that grow tiresome. While this disparity is disappointing, rock-solid combat and addictive role-playing elements help prop the game up, and for fans of the comics giant, be it through films or otherwise, then Avengers should still hit the spot. And like other games as a service titles, it could improve over time. As founding members of the team celebrate A-Day, Avengers focuses on Kamala Khan, who relishes being able to experience her idols and even meet them. But things turn sour quickly, as Taskmaster carries out a terrorist attack which wipes out half of San Francisco, sees the prized Chimera airship implode, and the death of Captain America. But the lingering effects, turning humans into powered inhumans, affects Kamala, and after digging up footage related to the attack, she begins a personal journey to seek out the surviving members of the team and stop a new threat which lurks in the limelight. Avengers benefits from a well-told narrative which dissects the impact of superheroes on the world, both good and bad, and looks at the fallout when the good guys fail, as the changes morph the entire globe. But it also serves as an excellent origin tale for Ms. Marvel, a likeable personality and a great hero to follow along, who gels flawlessly with the established team. With quippy dialogue which captures the charm of the MCU films, Avengers' narrative should please fans greatly.
You waiting?
Yeah, obviously. Figured I'd let you catch up. Whoa! This just got a whole lot more interesting.
Let's make this quick.
Where? Thor, see if you can clear a path on the bridge.
Aye.
Avengers is a third-person action game, taking a page from games like The Division. You eventually gain control of a handful of heroes, each with their own distinct fighting style, which captures the inspiration very well. Hulk relies on brute force, powered buffs, and dashing attacks, while being able to double jump up walls, smash through certain obstacles, and even pick up poor enemies and slam them back and forth. Conversely, Black Widow is quick, benefiting from fluid agility and a slew of gadgets which impair enemies, as well as dual-wielded pistols for strong ranged attacks. Every character not only apes their comic character to a T, but also feels mechanically even. Flying as Iron Man doesn't cause a jarring disconnect compared to playing as other characters, and controls so well it puts Iron Man games of the past to shame. Combat itself is sturdy, responsive and smart, with dodges and blocks allowing a small window to counter. A variety of bots, ranging from meeker flying foes to larger exosuits, benefit from differing approaches, and it keeps Avengers fun during the fisticuffs. Several RPG components come into play too. Every hero can be upgraded in multiple ways. A traditional leveling system rewards skill points, which allow you to upgrade one of 3 powers. One is beneficial, such as healing or shields, the second is an attack, and the ultimate ability puts heroes into a powerful form for several seconds. The other element comes from gear, perhaps the most addictive part of Avengers. Though sadly not cosmetic, finding better gear increases your power level, and this allows you access into tougher missions. Gear can then be upgraded using resources, and better rated gear offer extra boons when equipped. It feels gratifying seeing your preferred hero grow, and there's an immense satisfaction reaching the higher levels and being able to challenge yourself on higher difficulties, as these modes adds levels onto enemies in each part. And while not too plentiful, unique outfits can be found and bought using a special, rare currency, helping your hero stand out. The problem is that Avengers varies in quality depending on which part you analyse. The campaign is a hit, built with the rock-solid narrative foundations, plenty of time to test each of the heroes, and substantial development to keep you engaged. Unfortunately, post-campaign is where the game struggles. Dailies try to keep things fresh, including challenges and villain sectors, but these often repeat. The latter sees you fighting Taskmaster and Abomination multiple times. A narrative thread post-story seems poised to keep you going, but again, a lot of the missions feel repetitive and lack the charming dialogue of the campaign for the most part. The locales start to feel too familiar, as only a couple of dips into rarer territories feels like a missed opportunity. Even with missions refreshing near constantly, it starts to become a grind. It's a shame, as the lack of variety really hurts the replay value. Avengers can impress visually, particularly the roster of main characters, which bear intricate details even across many outfits. But it also lacks polish in spots. Visual bugs see animation spasms, severe slowdown during intense sequences, and a plethora of textures popping in. Cutscenes look great for the most part though, and when you catch this one in the right light, environments and scenes can really impress. The audio side is a lot sturdier, with a plethora of talented voice actors bringing the comic icons to life, from Troy Baker to Laura Bailey. Particular praise goes to Nolan North's Iron Man, capturing the biting wit and darker side of the Tin Man nearly perfectly. The script balances melodrama and humour well, and captures the essence of its MCU inspirations. The music is similarly polished, mixing bombast and orchestral flair with more tender tracks during downtime. The effects, with hard-hitting combat, satisfy too. Marvel Avengers marks the first AAA title based on the comic giant in a while, and though it's not quite the best, you can tell Crystal Dynamics' talent still shines despite a clearly rushed production. While the post-campaign content leaves a lot to be desired, the Revenant campaign feels like one of the strongest stories in the medium compared to less marvellous efforts. The combat is distinct, impactful, and pays respect to each character, while the upgrade system feels more satisfying than in competing games like Destiny. Ultimately, your mileage will likely depend on your patience and appreciation for the source material, but if you have either, Avengers could be your next slow burner, especially with promises of free content updates.